What are those ne'er-do-wells doing? Gross. This is The Independents. Let's welcome back our partisan panel. Mark Hanna on the left and Sarah Isgur Flores on the right. All right. Boy, do we have a way for you to make some quick cash in 2014 with recreational marijuana. Now legal in 2 states, the business of marijuana is ready to boom. That's going to make for some hungry prospectors. But is legal weed the downfall of society? Sarah, is this a horrible idea?
We can have this debate. First of all, I'm more of a whiskey girl myself, but...
That's right. That's why you're here, girl.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
You should have seen her in the green room.
This is
We've got a cleaning crew in there. Thank you, Mark.
Where are the brownies? This is a debate we can have as a country, and I think that's fine. I think that we can agree that the way not to do it is the way that the president's been doing it and Eric Holder's been doing it, which is just to piece by piece say which laws we're not enforcing, which they've done with their drug policy, they've done with Obamacare, they've done with a lot of other things.
I love how we can always agree to disagree with the president. For some reason, this is Sarah's position. What I'm really curious to know right now is whether Sarah is prepared to alienate the libertarian wing of the Republican Party that would really like to see this business boom, or the Christian conservative wing that's more maybe socially conservative that might be anti-drug. Now, yes or no, pot legalization?
I'm always willing to alienate you.
But what about the prohibitionist wing of the Democratic Party that has been extending the drug war, despite what they say, their efforts and actions run contrary?
Laughing when asked about it repeatedly, even after being a full-fledged member of the Chum.
Look, I'm tempted to laugh about it right now because history hasn't judged whether pot legalization is a good idea or a bad idea. And so I think what you have, and this is a moment of real candor coming from a political commentator, and I think actually we might agree on this, that people are trying to figure out, where is public opinion moving? What is more aligned with the values of the country, and it's still very much in flux. So I think it's...
No, actually, the tide has turned. Yeah, the tide is now a majority of Americans feel that at least medical marijuana should be legal.
But so the outcome of having 2 million people in jail in this country, that's not something that we can measure and make judgments out of?
We can, and I think that the primary problem there is our criminal justice system and the fact that we have 1 in every 33 adults is under the
What are they getting arrested for? Is it the primary problem having bad laws on the books? And I'm all in favor of not enforcing bad laws.
We can talk about mandatory minimums.
I think one of the wins this year is the fact that the DEA seems to have taken their foot off of the gas, and federalism is winning in California, where they are no longer screwing around with laws that have been duly passed in the state.
I agree with this guy.
Okay, do you think weed should be legal?
That's always a good strategy, by the way.
And it just proves that we're not all in agreement that the way the president and the administration right now has been carrying this out is problematic.
Well, what you're in agreement with, both of you, essentially, is that you're not ready to go there yet. The status quo, which
very non-committal,
imprisons 2 million people a year, which nobody thinks that we can win the drug war. Nobody thinks that.
I agree with that completely. And I agree that we should be talking about mandatory minimums. We should be talking about profiling. We should be talking about big discrepancies with regard to race and with regard to socioeconomic status. Who's getting in prison?
But when you talk about it, the answer that you get is that, if you're doing stop and frisk in New York, what are you getting?
I would like to invoke
residue of marijuana in people's pockets. That's what they're doing.
And no, look, this is an issue where I might go to and start invoking something that all my Republican friends like to invoke, which is states' rights, which is tailoring specific laws for the sort of unique challenges that a state is dealing with a municipality is dealing with.
And this is where we though get back to the problem of non-enforcement, which I take your point that I'm a lawyer, prosecutorial discretion, all that is a very good thing in our system. We need it. We can't.
So should we be enforcing marijuana laws?
Well, I think that should be the Congress's choice. I think that should be governor's choices and state legislatures. But what we shouldn't have is laws duly enacted by Congress, and then the Attorney General just says, yeah, but not that one. Or the president says, we're delaying that one.
Well, but there have to be priorities, right? The budget is limited. You do not have infinite time and resources to go after everyone. The question becomes, are you going to pursue nonviolent lawbreakers who are smoking weed?
They're claiming this is a priority thing, but really they're winking and being like, really, we're just not.
Answer that specific question. I want your answer to that specific question that Camille just posed.
Well, now you're going to have to repeat the question.
Shouldn't they be imprisoning and using finite resources to go after and arrest and
non-violent marijuana smokers?
I mean, again, prosecutorial discretion is wildly important. Any prosecutor will tell you that.
Should they be doing it?
But it should be the prosecutor's discretion.
So Eric Holder's discretion?
And that's why we elect district attorneys. That's why we have Congress that passes laws. And y'all are saying that you should get to make the decision on which we throw out.
Prosecutorial discretion is, by definition, discretion. It's using your own viewpoint to interpret those laws. So it's
which could be very draconian or extraordinarily liberal.
Yeah. Right. And the argument here is narrowly in favor of limited government and personal
Okay,
freedom.
baby, we got to go. I totally love your ascot. Thank you, Mark and Sarah.
Thanks, Kennedy.
You will be later.